Good morning, Vietnam!
I don't think my voice can go that high at the moment, to be honest. Hello everyone. Hello. Thank you for joining us for Kitacon Entertainment Panel here at Gemucon. I'm sorry, I find it, I'm trying to pronounce this weekend's been a
Gmo,
Gmu, that G thing.
G-Unit.
Gemucon, I don't know. But yes, we're here at Gemucon. We're here to talk about some of the video work that we've been doing, well, we're currently doing, and we're doing in the next year or so, running over the convention circuits. So, without further ado, obviously one of the main projects that we are promoting, and there's a postcard on your chairs for, is Fate. And we will set up with a little sizzle wheel that we've prepared for you, lovingly, with glue.
Are we able to close the curtains because there's a lot of reflection on the screen? I can't actually see it properly.
give it a go.
Do you want the lights on?
No, like closing the curtains is fine, it's just because it's totally reflecting. I can't actually, I can see it now. Thank you.
I just want to
Hi guys.
Yeah. The volume was fine, I've played the video.
Alright.
Right, take two.
Filmed on location in Middlesbrough. The exotic look.
The film with the stab vest.
Little organisation known as Fate.
Because admittedly, chartering a plane to go to South America is not exactly cheap.
They spent all of the attendees' money to go on some magical little journey to some bloody place in South America.
So what does fate even mean? What does fate stand for?
I'll tell you, right? It stands for fucking arrogant twat.
But that is not the issue. Thank you for wasting our money. Decadane and Con and how do we do this?
And they attacked the chairs, you know, the DJ? They attacked them! What the hell, guys?
It's just a DJ. He is just a DJ. He plays the tunes. What the fuck are magic cards?
Yeah, that's cute.
This is reportedly putting an end to Project Fate and their, I don't know whether you want to call it their sort of tyranny or whether you want to call it their path of righteousness. I call it temporarily pause.
Good morning, Commander Tim. Oh yes!
So, yes, we launched Fate in May with the first outing. Oh, now here guys!
Hello.
Do you love Ferrero Rochers?
I fucking love them,
Yes,
bitch.
please. Well, you can stand with me. You stand up. Here we come.
Are we talking? What are we talking about?
We're talking about outside. Okay.
What's up?
The thing that do you have any recollection of what you did in Middlesbrough in January? Or
I was in Middlesbrough in January.
really? God, man. But yes, Fate gets underway in May with hard subbed. Originally it was supposed to be, we wanted to bring it down here, but unfortunately we didn't have enough time, so it's being prepped for May. Yes, so obviously me and Con return. And basically, the basic story after, it follows on from the last Kitacon event, but generally the plot is simple. After Fate screw up big time, they're publicly dismantled, and Dane and Conan are expelled from the convention community, so they are banned from every event, even Alcon, which I'm... which... Is that a good thing?
I know this feeling.
Well, Alcon, Expo,
That's not that hard, though.
Yeah, that's not that hard. Yeah, they're just not welcome anywhere at all. But 12 months later, a violent murder and an escalating war between subtitle fans and dub fans brings both the exiles back into action with Fate when they are secretly relaunched. And basically, can they complete their mission properly this time and get their return to the community? Do you think we can complete this mission properly?
What am I doing?
Yeah,
Maybe.
so yes, so obviously one of the nice things about this panel is we've got some footage to show you. Ooh. But before we begin, the footage you're about to see is not finished. Bits of it are, but generally it's not finished. So the video and sound quality will not at all times be perfect. Footage is not the final representation of the final product, as we still have some work to do. And one of the most important things that we have to stress when we're doing sort of stuff like Fate is that magic card stunts are very dangerous. And they must not be attempted at home at all costs. This man is a trained professional, and half the time he's also drunk. We think.
Half the time.
But anyway, and last but not least, have fun. Otherwise, what's the point? So, let's see. Now, obviously, we've got some characters to introduce. Obviously, there's Dane, there's Conan, there's both of us, but we've got 2 new characters to join them on their mission to ease the sub-dub war. And we've got the masked man that is known as Recoil, who you'll meet a little bit more in a second. And
Check out the Rainbow Dash patch.
yes. Yes, it is. It's Rainbow Dash there. And also, Boko, who is an expert on languages, we think. So, let's see how they get on in their first little interaction.
Right, so let's go over this again. Who are you?
Constance, sir. Vocal, speech and dialect expert. They call me Voco for short.
Okay, and your masked friend? Recoil! Strangely simplistic, but also terrifying at the same time. Recoil. Yes, Recoil. You're very clever. Well done. What are you doing here? Mission! Okay, you do know we're disavowed. You've been banned from every convention for the last 12 months.
Technically, yes. But Fate have been reactivated, secretly, for an assignment.
Time for an adventure again.
War!
What my friend Mr. Recoil is referring to is the assignment set by KG, level 2.
Don't make no more glow sticks for honeymoon parties.
Yeah, level 2 is a community situation.
Well, like neighbourhood what?
Pretty much.
Someone from a group known as the Titles was found beaten to death yesterday.
No!
About our lives there. Here, Barcom.
Douglas!
Yes, we think they might be responsible. This war between the sub and dub fans is just getting silly.
Well, you should have had measures in place when the dub phase began, then shouldn't you?
Yet here we are.
Why are you here? Stop war!
Yes, we'd like to find out who is responsible, stop the conflict before it gets any worse.
And if we do this, and we do the job right this time, what happens? Our exile is lifted?
Well, KG didn't say, but it could help your current situation.
Well, at least this won't go too wrong. I mean, we do have a vocal expert on our hands. I mean, watashi wa Constance at this guy.
Yes! Panda biscuits do come in packs of 3. Smart man.
She's really good.
Brilliant. Just brilliant. We have a sociopath and a really good vocal expert.
Sounds like old times.
Good. Shodoki.
Of course, sir. But where can we find 1,000 packs of Vault's energy drinks?
I didn't even say that!
Do you want a croquette?
No, I don't want
So yes, it seems like it's all going to go wrong again. So obviously they have to hit the streets of Middlesbrough. Is it a dangerous place, Middlesbrough, with the sub-dub war?
We got stabbed
Yes.
during filming.
Yes.
Yeah, also Voco, Helen spent the entire weekend looking directly at the camera. I don't know, stop pointing cameras at me!
So yes, yes, fighting a potential over-escalating war. They're going to need equipment because shit does indeed hit the fan again in this one. So they get some nice equipment from our next new character, known as Professor Jeremy Clem. And I know Professor is spelled incorrectly.
Professor.
Professor. Professor.
What are you doing, Mr. Dane?
We're going to pay a visit to the titles. This can't keep going on as it is.
That's a shootout.
Oh, who knows? Recoil, put Edward Cullen down and get your gear. You're going to be a lookout for me.
Hang on a minute.
Where is it?
Spare eye patch.
I was told to give you this in the case of drastic action.
In one.
Like a boss.
Are you watching a movie?
No.
Is it going again?
It's not going then. Shut up.
But I want to pierce the heavens.
Let's see. Two girls, minus one father. Take into account all the forgotten birthdays. Yes, I think they'll give us the formula for Shinji. Oh, hello. Hello.
Hello.
Don't say hello. It's not even real.
But it's polite.
I don't care. It's not live.
Yes, I can. It's lifelink. I am Professor Jeremy Clem, PhD in taco theory, electronic engineering, and I'm also a master Pokemon collector. That's just an iceberg, tip of the iceberg of my quite impressive CV. I've been instructed in equipping you and your boys. I believe Voco should have your case with your goodies in.
I've got two here. Got this one.
First for you, Commander. Commander. I have your standard issue K99 pistol.
I've always wanted a new gun. This should be exciting. This should be...
Beautiful.
This gun's blue.
Royal Kitacon blue.
No, you don't understand. This gun is blue. How can I be threatening and be a commander when I'm waving a blue gun around?
What's that a question? It'll certainly leave a memory if they're still alive.
It's blue!
What's your point?
Shut up! Blue gun! And what's he got? What on earth has he got? A paperclip, a novelty sticker set. Dread to think what this budget's given him.
Commander Dane, it's amazing. There's some beautiful things in here. I'm so happy.
A letter from your mother saying that she's going to come pick you up. Oh, then what is it?
Magic cards!
Oh, come on! They're not even real! They weren't magic, they just... flat!
We've improved them. Now they come in several types and severe upgrades. You have multiple calibers, your standard NTGs, Pokemons, and now my new ones that are the big hitters, FMAs. We actually inspired by your Pokemon cards. We have Flash, it illuminates the room and generally blinds everyone around you, so protect your eyes first. The second type, and my personal favourite, homing cards. First, clearly enunciate, homing card, go! And then announce your target. It will then fly out your hands, track your opponent, and give them a bit of a bobbing. They should remember you for that, as long as they're still conscious. Please try not to destroy
We get you. Be careful of the gear, don't break it, we buy it, and we know the fun. We know the spiel.
Sir,
Understood,
yet.
received, and duly ignored. That is for the expulsion order.
Homing card, go!
Stop
Recoil.
it! Stop it! So there you go. So that's them all geared up for the mission, and we actually, for this one, we do have some location work. You saw it briefly in the... But I'll show it a bit more. Is it freezing?
No, it was freezing.
Oh, it was freezing, yes. Yes, so obviously, Fate Labs, you've got Keith Coppin from Team Giblets, reprising anyone go to the last Kitacon and saw the gentleman conduct of how to behave at a convention?
Yes.
Well, we liked that character so much that we thought he should be in charge of Fate. Pretty much. So we were very lucky to get Keith back on board. He's going to appear in all 3 episodes as the man behind the Fate, and he's got his contingency plan F² there, and a pipe, which is made of real wood. Wood. And then obviously there's Professor Jamie Clem, played by our good friend back there. He was kind of skulking in the front row. No worries, he has more to do in the next couple of episodes. That's essentially, I think, his contribution with the episode, but you've got more coming up. Trust me. You might have to do jump running. It'll be fun. And the explosions, I'm sure. But,
What?
explosions.
Damn, son.
I like explosions.
Big for everything.
So, yes, Fate Labs. And then, yes, they do hit the road. We do go to some lovely locations. Why are you upset?
Because I think I know what you're going to show. And I hope you are showing it.
Yes, we go to some lovely locations, which Phil very kindly helped us out on that one. He knows the area more than...
J is for Jesus.
No, not the church. Church. So, let's out the quick.
Oh, we're going to temple.
I was just, this is kind of like a one-take thing, because I think the people in the queue were starting to get slightly drunk and slightly heckling.
We were in the queue as well, so we were like, oh shit, the camera's coming home.
Like a mouse! Just walking in.
That's us with a bit of a budget. Or do we have a budget for this one? I'm not sure. No, we just stand over the cameras and can we film? Okay. So yeah, those are the clips we have from the actual episode to show at the moment. It still needs a little bit of work, but it will be ready in time for May. We will announce a date very soon on the Facebook channels and everything through the usual Kit channels, so keep an eye on that.
The eye patch interface is going to be really cool when it's done. Obviously that was a very rough cut, but we're going for like full out Terminator 2 style, you know, like just scrolling, tracking, and yeah, you get it.
Luke, I've seen some of the stuff Luke has been working on. Luke Dan is the one who's directed this episode. He's not here unfortunately because he's up in Brig. I think he's staying for his upcoming wedding and all that stuff, so. He would be here, but unfortunately he's up here with us in spirit. So I think we'll just leave the hard sub section with us being a bit silly. Would you like to see that?
Yeah.
No.
Outtakes.
No, hell no.
You've got a couple of good lines coming up.
Oh.
I haven't seen this before up until this.
Okay, so let's see if we get this one. There we go. Hi, there's Gary.
Never remember if I press on or not. Yeah, sounds rolling.
That is all he contributed all weekend.
Still see the lady in the background. Homing card, recoil, go! Homing card, recoil, go! Was this when I was throwing out the sound back?
Yeah, I was
Homing card, recoil, go! Trying to get it right on the mic.
He's dead.
Yeah, we get you, we get you. That sounded weird.
Ow.
love Ford Fiestas.
You speak in English now, Commander Dane.
Have I told you that I see furries all over Yorkshire Moors? That's necklace.
It's a very nice necklace. The glasses are quite silver and sparkling. My God, I can see my soul in this.
Have I told you I see Ferrero Rochers? Have I told you I see Ferraris?
Church Gangnam. Like this.
Look, I forgot his name. Look, I'm Recoil. Who is your daddy and what does he do?
Stop that.
I don't know how that ever came so.
Nobody knows his name.
He actually made that sandwich for him. I was planning on eating it, obviously.
Magic cards, now!
Magic card, go!
Yes, man, it's always nice to win.
Also, every
That's 'cause I'm
time.
completely unprofessional.
Also, every time Ian lets the clip out there, he gets it in the nuts on every single take.
Oh! News that every time you see the front of the house in the film, you can see the woman across the road filming.
Yeah.
She was going, what the bloody hell's going on there?
That's
Man from the corpse going mad. Oh dear. But yes, that's pretty much most of the stuff from Hard Sub, because we do go on a bit later on. We will be starting shooting in June for Fate Leeches Rising, which is the second episode. And that should be released, hopefully, just after Iacon. We have to get it ready for autumn 2013. Sorry for this one. This one is written and directed by myself, and basically what happens is when a final copy of a new anime show is stolen, all signs point to a mysterious group known as the Leeches. Leeches kind of being like a Doctor Who-esque villain that sort of enjoys downloading stuff for free. They like free stuff. Basically the way it works in the community is they get left alone, they have all the free stuff they want, and as long as you don't disturb them or try and take their free stuff away, they're very, very peaceful people. But then they get a bit nasty and things really do hit the fan again. So Dane and Conan will get to join the Fate Special Ops team. I don't know how special it's going to be. It's going to be amazing.
Special
Ops. I know you're one because you're one of them.
Yeah.
I'm a good special.
Yes, our good friend Mavington's appearing as part of the Spec Ops team as a possible homage to a certain intergalactic Time Lord or something like that. I'm not
There
sure.
should be chips.
And there should be chips as well.
No, James.
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 Oh yes, James. Cool. Yes, and the basic mission is they have to travel into the group's lair and retrieve the DVD before the theft hits the industry. And as I mentioned previously, filming begins for this one in June. And then things get a bit fiery. Moving on into the final episode, Beware the Beast, and this one is being prepped for January, February 2014. This one is quite an ambitious one. The story for this one is the convention community is thrown into chaos by a crazed bomber known only as the Beast. With stability and safety in the bands, Dane and Conan get caught up in the Beast explosive games, and I'll give you a hint of what's to come: Batman and a giant bomb. If you know what I'm talking about, you kind of know what's in store for this one. But that's just the tip of the iceberg. It is pretty emotional, yet it's a thrilling finale to the 3 little mini-movies we're doing, and the filming does get underway in August, and I think we're going to be spending quite a hot summer's day running around with fatable things.
Just carry on.
Yeah, fair enough. So yes, those are the 3 episodes, and yes, you can join the fight by going to the Facebook page at www.facebook.com/FateWebSeries. So that's one of the main projects we've got going over through the year. One we are still working on through this year and through next, and possibly into 2015, is our next one, which is Legacy. This one is being produced by myself. Essentially what happened was, the way this project came around was, we found out pretty early that Kitacon wasn't running this year. So originally I had an idea. I was really sort of curious to sort of do a little convention documentary about life on the convention circuit, what it means to people personally, professionally, that sort of stuff. And then the Kitacon chiefs, as they were, said, well, why don't you just do something about Kitacon? Let's do something that looks back at all the 4 years of Kitacon that's been and gone so far. And that was a good idea. I thought that was going there. That's why we kind of announced it at the end of Kitacon 4, saying Kitacon Legacy. But then I went away and I started chatting to people in circle like Team Giblets, people like Molly, good friends from the industry like Andrew Partridge. And the general consensus was simply, well, you're kind of going to narrow your audience if you pick Kitacon. Because I know there are people in here that like Kitacon. You like Kitacon, don't you?
Yeah!
But obviously,
oh God, it's terrible.
But obviously there are some people that might not like Kitacon, and when they see, oh, it's a documentary about convention running, oh, it's all Kitacon. Don't really care. So the idea sort of came that let's encompass the entire convention community. Let's look at all sorts of conventions, like Gemucon, like Iacon, like Amicon. Yes, we joke about it, but Alcon's important as well. It has its place in the community. Even Expo, even though people think Expo is a glorified dealers hall, it maybe is, but it's important to some people in the community. And that's the basic crux of Legacy. I think it's a time to have a fascinating insight into sort of like what works in the community, what do people enjoy of the community, what do they enjoy from these events, what effects does it to them personally, professionally, and all that stuff. And I think that's such an interesting area to look at. And that's something I hope the documentary will bring in when we get it released towards the end of 2014, 2015. So yes, just to recap, it's basically a convention documentary that takes people behind the scenes of what it's like to also to run an independent convention. Because I'm pretty sure the committee guys from Gemucon will probably back me up, and I know these two guys will back me up even more. It's not a walk in the park. It really isn't, especially when you're doing it off your own back and you have to sort of balance it up with your work and your personal life. It's not a pretty scene, but it's so worth it in the end of the times. And also, like I said, documentary aims to show life on the convention circuit, as well as the personal and professional impacts it has. And all aspects of Legacy will feature interviews from convention organisers, figures in the community, and attendees yourselves. And we are currently, as I've said, in production on this one, and will be released late 2014, early 2015, when the smoke of next year's work is pretty much levelled. And we've done some interviews this weekend at Gemucon, so woo, yay! And also, there's also more opportunity to be part of this documentary. We are going to use, and we're going to welcome video footage submissions from attendees from all conventions, and we'd like to include as much as we can into the final documentary. We kind of made a bit more, we levelled out a lot more clearer at Amicon last year, but we are still trying to get the system up and running on this one. We've also got interview sessions at conventions such as Gemucon. We'll try and do some more at Iacon, hopefully other events. We'll try to go to as many events as possible. If I can't get down there, I think we'll dispatch a little roaming Legacy team, won't we?
Yeah.
Hopefully on that one.
Literally, if you can, just spare 5 minutes for this, because Iain massively short sells himself, because this is going to be a huge project. All over every convention we can get into, Iain could get into as an independent filmmaker, and his quality of stuff is beautiful when he's left to it. It's going to be absolutely amazing. We just need to get everybody's 1 pence and pile them up, and it will come out something amazing when he's done with it.
I love crumpets.
And if you can think of anything to contribute, or other events or anything like that, or anything at all, please get in touch with them, because we want to make this what it can be. Yeah.
It's not just the people who've been to all of the old conventions as well, it's anyone who's been to the recent conventions, trying to chart the course of the whole con scene.
Well, yeah, because obviously the audiences have changed over the last, I mean, I've been part of the community for nearly 10 years. When it comes to 2014, 10 years. And a lot, I feel, has changed in 10 years. I would like to think if you've been here as part of 10 years, I know, Ashram, you've been here for longer than
23.
23, so you have seen pretty much all as it comes and goes. So again, there's so much to cover with Legacy, and it can be a really extraordinary project. Online and personal submissions for video footage. So again, if you're taking footage this weekend and you want to contribute, we will happily take it with open arms. We hope to get this open in summer 2013. Hopefully, again, just sort of keep an eye on our Kitacon Facebook page, and we will reveal more information when we can. So essentially, that's pretty much it. I don't think I am forgetting anything.
No.
Oh.
Was there?
Dave?
Really?
No.
Did we have permission? I'm not sure.
Wait till he's closing
now.
the ceremony.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I'd love to tell you what this means, but I can't, because the chairman will hunt me down and kill me with a stick. But all I can tell you is come to the closing ceremony tonight, because it all becomes clear. So yeah, that is pretty much it. Thank you very much for attending. Hope you enjoy the rest of the convention. Any questions, please come over, speak to us, chat. We're nice guys. We're a little bit tired at home. We've had too much partying fun, haven't we? Can we get some crumpets? Get some crumpets?
Yeah, thank you.
Crumpets. But yes, thank you very much. Cheers, guys. Thank you.